Alright guys, here we are, May 19th, 2012, and this is 45 Orleigh Street at West End. I'll show you how far we got. We got all the styes out. They came out during the week. Now we're just trying to fit these front stumps. Unfortunately the place is a bog at the front, and Callum's had to change the way he's done a few things. It's for Callum Hughes again. We were going to put the footings down here first and then do the wall, but unfortunately the bog, like it's absolutely sloppy. You just sink straight into it. Can't get a machine, bobcat, nothing over it. We just can't even walk on it over there. So we had the excavator here yesterday, dug out along this wall that was dug out earlier before it was all lost, and we put these 600 round tubes in the ground so we can get down there. We're right down there, we are. Okay. We had the engineer here yesterday. We've got those 1500 plus in the ground, and then of course all the way out there. There we are. I just built those ties a little while ago so we could push the front of the house up. You see how high we are. It's the retainer wall here is 8 feet high. 8 feet of it's just Brisbane River silt. That's all it is. It's Brisbane River a million years ago or so. Build up. So we don't know how deep it is. It could be 100 feet deep, that silt. We're not going there. We're just trying to get enough support to hold the slab up, the footing up. So we've got that in there. Oh, it's good dirt down there, there's no problem with it. The engineer was happy with it yesterday. But from up here, there we are, way down there, up to the top. So, Cameron's just finishing up our last post. Almost finished, Monday. A little bit on Tuesday, maybe just cleaning up. We've got one more big steel beam, another little one to put in, and just finished bolting them off, which we'll do on Monday. I've just got to paint these posts. They're all going inside brick walls, so we'll paint all those with the epoxy enamel, like we always do. That's why we use the 100 by 50s. You can see there's a 75 by 75. Remember, these are all rolled here in Australia, these ones. The important thing to watch out for on these is the numbers. These ones down here. There's 00 at the end. That's the important one. Unfortunately, you don't get on that on most of the Chinese steel. The Chinese steel doesn't have that. That means at 0 degrees, these are still solid. They don't crack, don't shatter. Where I've had reports of the Chinese steel, so watch out when you're getting the cheaper guys in who use the stuff from China. China hasn't got that grading as yet. They hopefully will get it soon, but right now, from what I've heard, you drop a pack of Chinese steel at below 0 and the whole lot shatters like glass. Not good, since here in Brisbane we do get 0 degrees here in Brizzy from time to time. There's the number, cell 005. It's not that one, it's this one up here. Can't read it on this one. Here it is, SAL L005. That's the one. That's the time it was made. It's hard to see on that one. It's easy on that one there. Don't know if you guys can see that. It's on there. Orcon steel, Australian made. Most of the suppliers that you go to, that's how I work out what steel's worth having. If most of the suppliers in Brisbane aren't stocking Chinese stuff, it's probably a good idea not to use it. Because the only reason, they're a supplier. If it was any good, they'd be using it. They don't want to risk it because they don't want to lose their job, so they're keeping the Australian steel and not using the Chinese stuff. Like a guy I talked to the other day said Chinese steel, just like it was with the Japanese steel back 20 years ago. nobody wanted to touch that because they weren't up to scratch, but they changed that. They're up to scratch now. The Chinese in the next 10 years will probably fix their act up and bring their steel grade up to scratch. Anyway, that's where we're at. Get the back here. Show you where we are here. Looks a lot better without the stars under it. There we are. Look at that. Yeah, don't get me wrong, almost all the steel in Australia now comes from Taiwan. But Taiwanese steel is done to Australian standard because it's BHP or one steel. All those steel beams up there are all one steel, which comes from Taiwan. They're all up to Australian standard, to full standard. But the Chinese stuff is up to part of the standard, not all of it. Especially when it comes to this 005 bit at the end. You don't find that on the Chinese stuff. But that's where we're at, pushing that up. We've got the jacks up there. We've pushed that house up a good 50 mil to get it up just above height. And now the last two stumps we're putting in. And because of the difficulty of this, we've got to mix it all by hand. So I've got the mixer and the sand just over there, and the cement. Because we've got to cart it in with buckets to get in these holes. That's a lot of, well, a good metre of concrete in these two holes. And that's still leaving it down so they can get the footing on top. Anyway, we will talk again soon. See you soon. Bye.